Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Sarah. I film about a couple times a month. If you want to subscribe, I called it Advice Boutique. For those of you who don't know and haven't watched my introduction channel, basically when you walk into a boutique, what do you see? You see multiple different things. So this is what my channel is about. You're going to see makeup stuff, you're going to see hair stuff, and you're going to see videos like today. So this video I thought was so important, especially because this is the New Year's, we're like 2 days in, and I just wanted to really come here and talk about setting goals for yourself. I mean, there's going to be so many stuff on the internet of, how to set goals for yourself, and I think they're so great, but I wanted to talk to you guys more like on a one-on-one type of level, and just to give you guys kind of like my tips, my tricks, where I've been through in life. I feel like I can truly say that these tips and tricks have really helped me, have shaped me, and have really motivated me. And I've given these tips to multiple of people, and it really has helped them. So I figured, I love you guys, and I really want you guys to, embrace this year, achieve your goals that you want to pursue or go after. And I feel like it is so important to set goals for yourself, whether they're little goals or like big goals. Having something to look forward to just makes life so much more amazing, because when you do achieve those goals and you do end up being where you want to be, you'll feel so much more fulfilled, and in tune, you're just going to end up being way more happier. Okay, so my number one tip is to write it down. Write down your, either dreams or your goals. Like, I'm gonna talk about a little bit of both. So whatever your dream or your goal is, write it down. Again, it could be something super small, like I have a fitness goal, which is not small in the grand scheme of things. I'm just saying, like, or your goal for like 10 years. I want to say that, if I can revise that a little bit better. It's not about like a long-term goal or short-term goal. It could be about either or. As long as you set yourself up to, write it all down, I feel like mentally you will want to pursue it, or you will want to achieve it, because when you write it down, it's like, that's it. It's set in stone almost. This is what I want to do. I want to lose like 5 pounds. I want to lose like 100 pounds, whatever it is. I want to be a doctor, whatever it is. Again, it could be like the smallest thing or the biggest thing. It doesn't matter. It's important to you. So if it's important to you and you write it down, I feel like that's it. It's set in stone. Then you have to do it. Okay, so my other tip is to really know your support system. So I have my husband I'm so lucky, so wonderful, and super supportive. And if I have a goal, he will literally sit down with me, go over my plans to get to that goal and how he could, contribute to that. And I think that's amazing. And I feel like even if, let's say, you don't have a significant other, if you have a good friend that's around you that, can really support you through your goals and, your dreams and your ambitions, that's amazing. Now, if you have someone that's around you that I wouldn't say that doesn't understand it, because not everybody's going to understand why you want to do what you want to do, but they have to support. And if they don't, then maybe they're just not a good friend. And at the end of the day, life is so short that you need to be around people that not just support you, but really, truly, if they support you, that means they care about you. And I feel like, in life, you're going to encounter so many different types of people, and it's up to you as a person. If you really, truly care for yourself and love yourself, you're going to want to surround yourself with people that care for you and mostly also respect you. Because at the end of the day, if you set your mind to do something that's a positive thing, that's an amazing thing, and that, you really are striving to do something so positive in your life, if you have that good support system of really good people around you that care for you, they're going to end up being there for you. And, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. They'll never try to doubt you or make you think otherwise. They're going to want to be there for you. So support is huge. So you really have to have that support system. But number one thing besides that is you're going to want to have to do it yourself. You know, I keep going back to fitness goal just because I feel like that's like, you know, I hear that a lot, and I love that, and I feel like I'm on that journey as well of being in the best shape of my life. And I feel like if you have that in your mind, you know, and there's people around you that are tempting you to like eat something bad, then I'm sorry, then they're not good friends. You know, it's one thing to like joke about it, but you really like have to pay attention to the people that are like either joking or that really have bad intentions. So just be aware of that, be aware of your surroundings, but support is so huge. And I promise you guys, when you have good support, it really, really like manifests everything. Like when you have good people around you, it's just amazing. It's such a good vibe. And I only wish, like, I have really good people around me. I only wish everybody has the same. Okay, so my other tip is stay away from distractions. I'll tell you guys a little story, and this is so true. This happened to me. I know we're just in 2020, so I was going to say not last year, but the year before. I was getting married and I got the interview of my life. Okay, I'll go into more details later on in my other videos when I get a chance about like my career choice, etc. So you guys get to know me better. But I had the biggest interview of my life, okay? This was my dream job. This was like everything was falling into place, and then, you know, I was getting married to the man of my dreams, and then on top of it all, it's like the cherry on top, I got my dream job interview. So this was huge, okay? So, and it was weird because I had applied so many different times, and I had went through like the testing portions, and I had failed. And my biggest thing through all this, and I'll continue the story, but is you cannot give up. So I'll tell you that I ended up going for the interview. I truly, this is not an excuse, but I really couldn't prep for the interview only because I had so much going on. Like we got married, went on our honeymoon, and then we moved. It was literally like back to back, and then I had my interview. So it's like everything came into one, you know, one time. And sometimes that happens. And I didn't want to miss the opportunity to get this interview because, again, this is my dream job. So I went and did the interview, and I learned so much from that. And I learned so much about myself just going into that interview. And I ended up failing it. And I was so devastated. If I tell you guys, like my dream job, this has been my job in my mind forever. It's in my blood since I was like 3 years old. If that's even possible, like I'm just probably exaggerating, but literally since I was a baby, like my dream job, and I failed. And I was so devastated. I remember even coming home, like falling to the floor in tears. Then I quickly picked myself up and I prayed. And I said, God, I feel sorry for almost like sinning by crying because I feel like everything is in your time. So I shouldn't be sad because everything in life happens for a reason and it's your time, God. And remember I said it, like it takes a couple years for, you know, this place to kind of reach out to you. They reached out 3 weeks later. And I feel like it's because I prayed and because I had that faith and because I never gave up. You cannot give up. You know, as soon as I filmed my interview, I prayed about it and then I applied again. 3 weeks later, they asked me to take the test. I got 98%. And I'm like not good at standardized tests. That's just me. But I did so good. And then I waited, and about 8 months later, I got the interview. And I was nervous going into the interview, but then I did amazing. I felt almost like I was at home when I went into that interview because I was like, no, I got this. So the reason for my story is, why did I succeed? Yes, I prepared, but my tip is stay away from the distractions. If there's drama around you, stay away from it. If there's negativity, stay away from it. What I did, I naturally don't have drama in my life, but at that weird specific time, there is drama within like some friends and whatnot, and it had nothing to do with me, but because I'm like the person that's like always the calm person and whatever, and I feel like I'm always that person that's kind of like in the middle because people always like vent to me. I really needed to step away because I got lucky to have this opportunity again, and I did not want it to go to waste. So I really would turn off my phone. I studied in and out. Like, my mind was literally just on that interview. How can I succeed? What can I do? And I talked to people that are in that field. Like, I went above, you know, and when I sat in that interview and I asked the questions that I asked, and at the end, the two interviewers looked at each other and then looked at me and said, "You're prepared enough." You know, if I tell you guys the feeling that I had, I could have cried, because it felt like I set a goal for myself. I didn't just achieve it, I went up and beyond. And in tune, like, usually like interviewers are not really even supposed to say anything, you know, especially in that specific field. And when they said that, that was like, it was my dream come true. Just that alone, I felt like I've achieved it. Like, there's so many steps for this process that I'm going, you know, for my career. And I already felt like I succeeded just because of that comment, because I knew all the distractions away and I focused on exactly what I wanted. You know, I wrote it down, which is what I did. Remember how I said to write everything down? The support. I talked to my husband and he was so supportive. He was there for me, would study with me. And again, like, going back to distractions, I took myself away from that. You have to want it. You know, like, you're gonna want to sit yourself down, say what I want to do, and really just do it, but fully do it. And I feel like with these few tips and tricks, they may be small, but they're powerful. And I feel like if you really, you know, try them, they're gonna work. But again, it's all up to you. I mean, there's going to be so many videos, so many books and everything. And at the end of the day, it starts with you. If you really love and care for yourself, you're going to want to do it. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. Again, comment below if you want to know more, you know, about like the career stuff. But that's not the purpose of this video. That's not why I wanted to talk about necessarily like me and my personal kind of situation. It's more how I can take my tips and tricks that have worked for me and worked for other people around me, and in tune, like, give it to you guys, because I feel like this channel is like, you guys are like my family and my friends, and I want to tell you guys, you know, what has worked for me, and again, what has worked for other people around me. And I really hope that you guys embrace this year. You know, take it, absorb it, and do something about it. You know, life is so short, and look how quickly 2020 came, you know, and then soon we're gonna have like the next year, and then it just goes by. You have to take every day and, yes, live to the fullest, but do it in a way that is actually beneficial. Like, it's not about partying, it's not about any of that. What can you do to better yourself? So again, if you have any questions, you know, if you need some support, if you don't have support around you, I'm here. You know, just comment down below, and you know, we'll talk. Like, you're not alone. And again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Happy New Year. Again, really embrace this year. This is your year. Remember that. It's your year, and it's what you do with it. So I love you guys.